When you got no hope 'cause your stuff is broke. No Hope's Garage. Hey, buddy.
Hey y'all, welcome to No Hope's Garage. I got a little surprise for y'all today. I got the mystery box, as you can see, right there. And what that is, let me get you off here real quick. What that is a tractor splitting rail. What it does is you're able to take a tractor and basically set it up on this thing, unbolt it, and slide it apart for changing the clutch. Sorry about the hand there. Let me get you back on this tripod so I can take this thing out the box and unveil this thing. I promise you, all I've done is open the lid and messed around with the paperwork, but I've not taken nothing out the box. Well, I opened one box, but I didn't take nothing out of it. I looked at it. Just gonna be like the unboxing video, I guess you could call it. Let's get it set up here. I'm trying to figure out where to put this camera at, where it's not gonna be in the way. You would have thought I'd have had this set up before I even started the video, but all right, let me get down here on my little stool. Give me a second. All right. This feels very safe under my car right here. Very safe. I guess them are the pads. That's the other one. Uh-oh, oh, okay, these come out. I thought something broke. Ooh, I'm getting worried. I've had it long enough, it might be out of warranty. Sure it's a jack handle of some sort. These are the rollers, the jacks that you, I guess, according to the picture, that would be what you would jack it up and slide it back and forth on. So we're gonna set it outside over here. Number two, shoot, I can skate on these things. What's going on with that one? Oh, they got adjustable stop, so you can stop it from rolling once you get it set where you want it at. Good idea. I was wondering how you'd stop a roll. I was scared it would roll apart, keep going on me, roll off the frame and cause a catastrophe. And we can't have any catastrophes over here because I ain't insured. Me and my co-workers, me, myself, and I are insured. Not to do what I'm doing. I ain't gonna lie to you guys, I gotta figure this out. I'm gonna go a little further in the video, unbox it, but to do all the figuring out, I may figure it all out, put it together off the video, because this is gonna take some time. And then when I get the tractor on it, we will go from there. But so far, it's pretty beefy. I mean, there's nothing been lightweight and flimsy yet. Very heavy duty. Very heavy duty. I'm probably gonna get the book out in a minute and put this thing together. Get it on the floor. I may turn the video back on and get further along. It's gonna be a few takes to get this whole video shot anyway, so it's not a big deal. There's a few bolts, some brackets, and well, I'll jump ahead a little bit. Right here, this is part of the frame. I'm gonna set it up temporary for y'all, show y'all how it's gonna look. That's each end of it, I believe. Let's go back here a little bit. That's each end of it. I'm assuming that's the other end of it. I know I could probably slide it down there, but it's so new. I don't want to break it, I mean not break it, but scratch it up right yet. It's too new to scratch up. But I'm gonna throw it together real quick, kind of makeshift it real quick. I'm gonna show you what There you go. All right. This is the gist of it right here. Once I get it together, you have, I know I hate to squat, but that's how the camera's set up, so you can see everything. Yeah, we're getting somewhere now. I'll be right back with a little better idea of what we're doing here. All right, y'all, I'm back. Took me a few minutes to get together, but again, here it is, all put together. Check that out, y'all. Check that out. That's so cool. I think I'm gonna like it. It came with some extra little extensions on the side of it too. I guess this would be to keep the tractor from sliding off, and pretty sure that's what it's for. You can actually take it on and off. Probably be easy to take these off when you put the tractor under it and then put them back on after the fact. But guys, the reason why I bought this was, honestly, stopped by a friend down not far from here. He's a tractor mechanic. Everybody knows him in the area. Pretty local guy. I'm not gonna say his name without permission. But I walked up there just to ask a couple questions about a problem I was having with a tractor. And he had one of these set up, had a big Mass Ferguson tractor sitting up on it, probably a 50, 70 horsepower tractor, good sized tractor, probably a 6,000 pound tractor sitting on it. And he had it about that far apart, cracked in two from taking the transmission from the motor. That's basically split the tractor, what this is made for, on one of these. And he said, Chris, if you don't mind, help me for a second. And I went to grab the front half of the tractor and literally almost just rolled it ahead with one hand. I'm like, wow. And I have not split a tractor yet. I have watched it done on YouTube, watched two girls on, forgot their names now, but just always doing tractor repairs. They done one pretty quick, a Cub, of course, which is easy to do. But I'm gonna learn how to do one, and I thought myself, I've had 3 knee surgeries, minor knee surgeries, meniscus tears, different things being doctored up in both knees. I've had spinal fusion 5-6 months ago, and I've had a microdiscectomy and a sciatic nerve repaired 2 years ago. So I don't think I need to be crawling around at 51 years old with blocks and jacks and trying to spread these tractors apart to put clutches in them, transmission work, because I'm going to have that happen. And of all the tractors we got here, me and a buddy of mine, we probably got 11, 12 tractors, some running, some not running, some parts tractors, but I think we have 3 right now. Probably got to split them. I believe the Cub back there in the back corner that I bought, one of the first ones I bought, it's got to have some major work done. I'm swapping the motor out. I got to split it to swap the motor out. The way they're made, they're old. That's how they're put together. The motor and the transmission is pretty much the tractor. So I'm going to have to put it on here, figure out how to get it high enough because the oil pan's off, so I got to block this a little higher. But I believe I can do it. Get that front end off that tractor, get it outside, get another front end put together somewhere outside with a cherry picker or some blocks of wood. That's gonna be the hard part. Get it back in here, get it on the rack, put it together. That's my next step. So stay tuned. I'll be doing that probably on the next segment on the tractor splitting rail video. So before I go from this section, from this segment, I'm going to show you status on the 330. I'm sorry. Here it is. I got a starter for it, thanks to JP Tractor. He's the bomb. The JP Tractor Salvage in Montana got me a starter, way cheaper than I could have done it. I could have bought one new, way cheaper. Sorry about my hand, y'all. I've not got proper camera etiquette yet. But yeah, he was way cheaper than ordering one new. Ordering one new was like $500 to $700 plus core, deducted core, around $4 to $5. I found some on eBay. Not sure of the quality for around $3 to $4. But I think I'll fare better trusting a good used starter, different because here's a local place in Wilmington for a reasonable price, they rebuild them for you. I'd rather have a rebuilt original starter than some Japanese, Chinese, I don't know, whatever starter they are. But anyway, I'm gonna crank it up for y'all. I did jump ahead. I was gonna do like a will it start video, and I never seem to video these. I always end up jumping ahead on them. But I did crank it up a little bit last night. It busted off, run for a few minutes. The carb that was on it, the gasket was leaking, so I had another carburetor off. All right, sorry about that. I had a phone call come in. I had to move the camera inside. It's raining outside now. But yeah, the 330, I keep saying 300. 330, like I said earlier, I did fire it up. It's running a little bit. The carburetor was leaking real bad. I just popped it in a snap and couldn't run right. I did have 2 plug wires crossed, which was part of the problem, but anyway, the carburetor was leaking, so I put a carburetor I had off the Super A that works, but I got to get a tire for it. That right rear tire is going to leak down, probably on the video right now, leaking now as we speak. And needs fenders, needs a seat, needs a sheet metal, basically just bolted back on. It's just laying there for the picture. I would like to, maybe if I keep this tractor, maybe, I'm going to say restore it, because it could probably spend most of its life outside. At least paint it up, get the wiring, you know, tied it up on it. A good bumper, a good hitch on the front and the back. That's going to be my, the Ford 8N tractor that I sold recently was going to be my mule, just to move tractors around, because nothing, we don't have many tractor trailers running, but a few, and they're hard to move around in and out the shop. So this is going to be my pusher, puller, maybe plow, maybe disc tractor, maybe bush hog. Everything my row crop tractors can't do. That's the plan. And don't want to keep y'all too long. I ain't got a lot going on at the moment. I'm not gonna bore y'all by leaving the camera running while I'm setting all this stuff up, because it's gonna take me a while to get the tractor from the corner of the shop over here on the rail. And which I love this rail, y'all. And I showed you a while ago, but I'm so excited. It's gonna be so fun. I mean, it ain't gonna be fun. It's gonna be so convenient being able to split one apart without crawling around with jacks and blocks and makeshift stuff. I'm gonna be enjoying this quite a bit. But I'm gonna turn the camera off, and then the next segment will be showing me, I shall be showing y'all, I get tongue-tied sometimes. I'm gonna be probably getting the tractor ready to come apart, taking everything off the tractor needs to come off, and start splitting the tractor. And it's gonna be a little bit before I get back together, because I have to get the other motor on the front end bolted back together, which I unbolted thinking I wouldn't be doing this, but now I'm doing this. I put it bolted back together. So it's gonna be a little while on that. So y'all just hang tight. I'll get back with y'all soon on the next little segment of this video. All right, as you can see, I got the tractor I'm working on in here. Let me get a better angle on it so you can see better what I'm doing. Yeah, you can see the rail right there, yeah. All right, yeah, I got a tractor in here. And I'm gonna be setting this thing up to, I guess I'm gonna split the motor, get this out of here. That probably won't be in video, probably won't be very safe, but this part will be safe for splitting it, but getting this thing out of here is gonna take some ingenuity. Because I have a bad back, so I don't do anything heavy lifting anymore as much as possible. Or at least as possible, I meant to say. I like this setup, I really do. I hope it serves the purpose, because it's kind of expensive for no more than you get here. I could probably build this. In real reality, I can probably build this. Probably wouldn't work as good. I don't know why I didn't put it in front and roll it in like a train, but I didn't. There we go. Yeah, that can work pretty good right there. Yeah. Anyway, gotta get it where I wanted it at. Way over that way. Forgot this is an offset tractor. Let's see. I'm getting better there now. Yeah, we get somewhere now. Guess the best thing to do would be put extensions on. It came with extensions. These right here. So you can get more height out of it. I'm gonna have to have them most likely. And I can see on some of these tractors I have here, because most of these row crop tractors are taller than a lot of these utility tractors. I may have to add some blocks to these right here at some point. Let me see how it will go. Yeah, I can see that I'm gonna be maxed out on this side I am anyway. All right, therefore, I gotta change them out. Where's my wrench at? This may entail some, I may have to put some blocks on there, y'all. It might be unorthodox or unsafe looking, but you know, who's watching besides y'all? Y'all my friends. Let's see, which one comes out? Let's see, which comes out here. Let's see. Yeah, I about forgot how to do this. Been ain't even 2 days to have it together and I about forgot how to do it. I like the design, but it's a lot of bolting and unbolting. I guess once you get it set, you leave it that way, obviously. Yeah, I guess you would. Take these off for now. I'm leaning this over and get this in there without jerking away to the bottom again. There we go. Now we got some height on it. It's still barely gonna reach, but I can make it work. So I can put a 2x4 right there if I have to, block of wood. That'll work. Like I said, I need to get me some speed wrenches or something a little faster than this. So maybe a T-handle this size. Speed things up a bit. But it's gonna be cool, I believe. And I probably should be on that side of the tractor so you can see me. I'm big jib across. Just give me a second. All right. I'm yet. I'll have to put a block on it. I know I am. Yeah, I'm gonna put a block on it. I'm running out of space here. I figured that was gonna be the case. These higher tractors. If the oil pan was on the tractor, if the oil pan was on it, it wouldn't be an issue. But oil pan's not on it because I took it off. I was gonna try to rebuild this motor and I realized it, you know, it needs a lot more work. I'm gonna put it on the back burner, put it on the stand, maybe build it another day. So let me get some blocks. Some right here. Trusty all 2x4s. Can't beat them. Let's see if I want to do it. It might do it. You know, that's maxed out, and that should be enough. Now this one, on the other hand, take them off real quick. Wouldn't hurt to have two on this one. So, well, I ain't put the extension in there yet, so then jump the gun. Where's my wrench at? Over there. Let me get you down here with me so you can see what I'm doing here. How about that? Oh yeah, a little better. Can you throw one more here now? How about that? Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. Now you see what I'm doing, can't you? You're part of the show now. May I get enough viewers or subscribers, I can do some, maybe y'all can talk to me while I'm doing this or comment, and I can go on there and where's my other piece? And I can, here's in front of me. Y'all, it's right here. Look there. How convenient. Get down here with y'all. Oh yeah. Here we are. Low one big happy family. All right, let me take this off. I could do a time lapse. Kind of speed this up where y'all wouldn't even see all this stuff. I want to see y'all to see how it goes together. This is extension, like I said earlier. That's so you can get more height out of it, I guess. I say I guess, I know now. And these things are made for, I think, the total height, 22 and a half, 23 inches. These tractors are around 23 to 24 inches tall as far as clearance. It puts them barely working, but like I said, blocks of wood will go pretty far. Very far, look at that. That's gonna work with just a block of wood. Could put under transmission, do better than that. Be too close to that one, I think. Let's see if that one works any better. Let's see. Did I tighten them up yet? No, I didn't. Let's do it right. I see now I'm gonna have to make some shims or buy some shim, make some shims out of some steel, maybe some steel plating, 1/2 inch, 3/4. That way I can, let's see. Look at that. I'm gonna lock this one down. Lock it down or I can't move. I won't let it move at all. I say it can move. Don't like that too much. It works, but picking tractor up, this tractor don't weigh that much. So anyway, there we are. It's supported, y'all. Get back up to my height. But I'm probably gonna have to. Fell off the mic, the stand mount, the mount. I'm tongue-tied again. All right, guys. I'm gonna probably jump ahead and get this thing pulled apart and come back because you don't want to see me turning bolt for the next 20 minutes and unbolting stuff. I'll get it to the point. I'm going to unbolt it maybe as far as the transmission and the motor, and then we'll resume the video so you can see what I'm doing. But as far as taking the small particulars off, I don't think you need to see all that. Then again, I don't know. What do you think? If y'all could comment, I could, if y'all could comment, I could, answer them, but I can't. I ain't got enough people to comment. I don't think I have enough viewers to do a comment as a, well, say that about it. It's have to be live for comment. See, I'm a YouTube amateur. Have to be live to comment. We're not live, so I guess I'd have to read the comments after we're done. So y'all can tell me what I've done wrong. So, be back shortly. Give me a few minutes. All right, y'all. I had to regroup the camera, get the camera set up again, moved. I'm gonna take this hydraulic, I guess you call it block off, distribution block or block. I know I'm gonna get some fluid out. Kind of wishing I had a different setup here because, let me get center blocks real quick or something. Because I'm gonna have fluid going everywhere. Not a lot, but enough to make a mess. So I can make up some kind of a little makeshift. There we go. Look there. You'll say, why do you have so much junk laying around? Blocks of wood and stuff. For this reason right here. One man's junk, another man's treasure, or tool. This got to come off because when you pull the tractor apart, the hydraulic lines, of course, stay with the front. If you do it in the front here, carburetor and the oil dipstick and all that's in the way. You won't let it separate. So you're going to have to take the block off on this side. The gasket here, I've got another gasket I kept for last time I pulled this apart. I can make another one. I can buy gas material, make another gasket, I guess. If I tear it, if I don't tear it, then, you know, it's a plus. But if I tear it, then yeah, I gotta have a gasket. I'm probably gonna go to a local Tractor Supply and buy some gasket material and start tracing this stuff out, making my own gaskets. Because, you know, you start paying, you know, the gaskets ain't very much. The gaskets could be $10, $8, $7. A lot of these places, and I ain't saying no names, but they're pretty popular online tractor parts, agriculture parts, can want as much as $15 to $18 shipping on a $5 part. And it's ridiculous, you know. And normally I don't have, you know, a lot of stuff in the cart, so I really can't justify paying $18 for $1 or $2, $3, $4 items. I ordered a gasket, a carburetor gasket for that, a bowl gasket for that 330 out there. And last night, matter of fact, a sucker wasn't but like $5. But luckily, very luckily, I got lucky on that one. The actual, I made a mess over there. The actual shipping wasn't but like, I think, $9. No, yeah, $9. So the whole thing went with $13 shipped, which wasn't too bad. I made a mess on my brand new jack stand on my fitting rail. How lovely. Let's go and get all this off so they can go ahead and do what it's going to do. I ain't drained the whole unit out because you don't lose very much doing this. It's just what's in the line. Well, yeah, I'll lose quite a bit doing this. Be a good time to change the fluid in this thing. This tractor, I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. It's the first actual regular cub I bought. And I ain't going into no details, but it wasn't what I thought it was when I got home with it. It ended up needing a lot more work than what I thought I could do. I thought maybe clean the tank out, replace the tank, seal the tank, clean carburetor out, you know, points, stuff like that. The normal stuff, but no. Extreme amount of blow by. Tank's full of big holes, like big holes. Blow by means the rings are shot and they got a lot of clearance. I done checked the rings, they got too much clearance in them. They ain't gonna be, if I put it back together new rings, it's still gonna smoke. So why waste time, money on rings? These motors don't have sleeves in them, so what you have to do is you have to have them bored. Take this, have it bored, do the block work. Can be in excess of, you know, $1,000, $1,200 time I have it all done. Probably get the crank turned, might as well get the crank turned and everything while you're there. If it needs it, most likely needs it. It's the thing never been to before. You end up with a lot of unnecessary cost. Well, necessary cost if you want to fix it right. Unnecessary cost for trying to resell it. And I'm up in the air and I'm probably gonna resell it, so I'm gonna have way too much in it than what it's really worth. These tractors don't bring a lot of money. Restored, these tractors can go for 25 to 35. Just a good, usable garden tractor with some equipment, you know, 15 to 18, maybe 2 if it's got a lot of stuff with it. Just the tractor itself, you'd be lucky to get 12 out of it with no equipment. So I'm over my head in it. I know I am. I kind of expected that to happen when I realized it was needed more work than what I thought. And I bought a parts tractor from a local gentleman not far from here. And he had, on the floor, he had just put rings in the motor. And I was going to take that tractor and take parts off this tractor and get that one going. But I felt like this tractor was in better shape everywhere else. Of course it was. I had to do transmission work, final drive work. And in the end, when I get done putting this tractor together, making it a running and working tractor, I'll have majority of the parts tractor on it. Therefore, it'll be the parts tractor pretty much, just put together. That's how it works. These Cubs are all interchangeable from, I think, 78, 79 down to 48, 47. You can put about everything on them the same. The only real difference in these tractors from 47, 48 to the last ones, I think it was 79, is the front sheet metal. And I think they had a bigger intake, bigger carburetor, and what they call pop-up pistons or dome top pistons. They made as much as up to 15 horsepower versus the original Cub. This one, probably 9 or 10 at the most. So everything interchanges. I can take parts off all these Cubs and put them on other Cubs and they're all the same. This is never gonna stop running, is it? I'm gonna put some quick dry down, I guess, in the mess that is made up. Or wipe it up for now with pretty clean oil. If it ever stops running, I'll find something to put in that hole right there. It ain't gonna happen, is it? Nope, ain't gonna happen. It ain't start running. Now I'm starting to get aggravated because now I gotta figure out how to stop this from making a mess all over the tractor. I gotta, can't hold this the whole time. I gotta figure something out. I may have to stop the camera again and regroup. You don't wanna watch me panic, trying to find some way to hold this up. I got the jack stand pretty much right in the way. I may move it back. I think I may move it back. Or I can set this, yeah. I can set this right down on top and catch all this. I'll move it this way and catch everything. I don't think there's nothing gonna be in the way here, I don't think. No, it ain't. You know what? Let me do that now. I got time because I ain't unbolted nothing yet. Let's do that. Let's take this down here in front of the, I can catch it between this suspension cover and the transmission housing and not be in the way of any bolts. Be nothing in the way right there. I can be able to push it apart. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. I won't need a block of wood for that, I don't think. Yeah, I still got it locked too. It's kind of aggravating. But it'll work. It'll work. You gotta turn it off. Yeah, it's a messy job, but somebody's got to do it. Here we go. Look at that. Now I can set this right here for the most part. There we go. That should stay right there and it drip forever, probably forever. Because it's gonna drip this thing out eventually. That's done. While that's doing is dripping, I'm gonna go ahead and clean up some mess. Really I can't because it's gotta drip right there for a while, so I think I'm just gonna leave it. I can pick it up underneath and work. There we go. Trying to get most of this mess cleaned up anyway, nothing else. I expect it to happen. I mean, that's, how many garages you ever been into that works on heavy equipment that the floor wasn't all oily? Not many, I'm sure. So I'll fall on my head, you can get close to it like that. Just tighten this back down so you can't move. All right, now, crisis averted. Can't get the oil out from underneath the rack, but I can get most of it there. All right. Well, no starting to run. Next I gotta I'm gonna take this carburetor off because this whole motor's coming off anyway. There's no sense in having it on there. I need to keep that motor anyway. That's one of them eBay special carburetors or Amazon. Put it back in the box till I put it on another motor. It don't need to be on there. It's probably boring to some of y'all. And some of y'all might be liking it, I don't know. I know I watch a lot of other people. JT West. I watch JT's Barn and Grill. It's a good one to watch. He works in the big tractors, the big Massey Ferguson and the International 806, all this Chambers stuff. Not him, yeah. I watched Territorial Trading. He's all the time going somewhere and buying out Midwest, out in the West, and buying these big, huge 100 horsepower tractors and getting them home, getting them running, resell them. And all their garages appear to be clean. And I figured out why. they've made enough money on YouTube to buy a new garage just for their videos, and they keep their tools in their old tractors in their old garage where it's all oily and greasy. Me, don't have but one garage besides the old carport there that's enclosed. So I'm trying to keep the floor clean. I don't want to deal with, I like to get on the floor and lay on my back under something. I know I got a creeper, but sometimes the creeper just gets annoying. I don't want to lay in oil and grease all the time. Let's see. Here we go. Put that governor linkage now, and we'll be ready to go. Take this thing off of here and put the bolts. We don't lose the bolts. Of course, I ain't got my pair of pliers down here, do I? Needle nose. That'll work. That thing been in so many times, it's all yanked up. Hose clamp. You know, I used to be nervous doing these videos, but now I imagine there's somebody standing there watching me. About 78 of you. Versus, actual person standing there talking to me, which I enjoy people hanging around while working on stuff. Sometimes you don't get nothing done when you get people talking to you while you're working on something. Y'all can't talk to me, so I can get something done while y'all watch. All right, one carburetor out the way. Now all I lack is the throttle linkage and unbolting this transmission. I can push it apart. Until I'm what's in here, they're usually a mess. I'm probably gonna get some mess on the floor. Like I said, I got some quick dry. It's gonna happen. I can't put nothing here to stop it because this splitting rail is in the way of putting anything to catch anything. The only thing I could have done differently, I didn't do it, is I got a painter's drop cloth I could have put down and set this up on it. And probably what I should have done, I didn't. Too late now? Well, it's not too late. I'd have to push all this mess out of here, pick all this stuff up. Now I think another 15, 20 minutes. A lot of manpower I don't want to use. Because these tractors ain't heavy, but they're also not light. They're just enough that you have to put a little effort to them to push them around. So, let me get you what you're gonna see better. The thing about these mounts, they do great, but you have to always move them like all the time. To put them in a position they can see you working. That's a little better, I guess. Let me get a little closer with it. There you go. And let me get over here and get a pair of pliers again. I already have set somewhere over here. What do I do with them? There you go. Gonna take this throttle linkage off. Goes to the governor. That I think that's all that's gonna hold me from splitting this tractor. I already had the sheet metal off of it and all the wiring off of it because I was planning on kind of doing maybe a makeshift restoration or just new wiring, spray bomb it maybe, make it look presentable. I ain't trying to do no parade tractor or nothing like that. Just something that looks nice. There we go. That'll come apart with the. I could take it all the way off if I have to. That old cutter key's been in a long time. It's not full with that right now. All right. I'm gonna get a 3/4 inch and a 5/8, and we're gonna have this motor apart in just a few. This transmission, I'll tell you about it. We'll split this tractor in just a few. I get tongue tied a lot, y'all. You gotta correct me. You get another, you know what I mean. That's my friends at work. It's almost like a different language for them. All right. Let me get you back where you can see what I'm doing here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I turned the whole thing down. There we go. All right, I'm gonna get over here on this side. I'm gonna break loose. Appears to be 5/8, I think. Or that's, yeah. And 3/4 is a very common size for these tractors. About everything on them has 3/4 on them. Somewhere, every part on them. Oh yeah, that's gonna be good and tight. German spec. Is that a nut? That's a nut right there. I need to hold that and tighten that one. There we go. I know I shouldn't torque on gear wrenches, but it's the first thing I picked up, so. There again, if I had a lot of fans like my other people I watch do, somebody'd chime in and say I shouldn't be doing that. So if you want to chime in and say I shouldn't be doing that, that'd be nice. That's interaction. I like interaction. Real quick, let me get a Ziploc bag. Huh, convenient right here behind me. Well, it was. These bolt stuff in so I won't have them strung everywhere. I'm out of Ziploc bags, okay? Take that back. Let me pile everything on this floorboard over here. That's where everything's going to be anyway. Yeah, there's room here to put everything in there for me. Where the thing? That way, that way I can at least find the stuff again. Hope I can just break these loose without using the other wrench. Just oh, yeah, that's tight. It'll be fun there. Maybe I get a pull handle on it. Get a better wrench. There we go. Look there, I'm bending that wrench. That's how cheesy that wrench is. I'm bending it. I don't have a drop forged. Oh, drop forged brand, which means it's no good. All right, let's start over. Let me get a better wrench. 3/4. A little better. Know where it comes, but it's a little better. There we go. Y'all seen this done before? Wrench locking. Gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. Let's put that gear wrench up before I break it. Look at there. That's all it took. Look at that. I was expecting to fight that for a while. Top one's just going to the blocks. There's no nut on them. Look at that washer, how it's U-shape. Somebody either put that back on there like that, or it broke since then. How you break it, I don't know. I'm sure this being a 52 model tractor over the years, it's probably been into before. They probably put a clutch or two in over the years. I'm almost positive they did. We set you up over here and get this other side. There you go. Let me get my little seat over there. I don't think the hydraulic lines will ever quit dripping, so I probably end up having to replace the fluid in anyway. I kind of expect that. Okay, I can't get that so close because of the casting's in the way. Now, you know good and well, box-end wrench ain't that strong. It comes with torquing on it. I mean, an open-end wrench. It's better to use the box-end if you want to torque on it. So I've been told. Oh yeah, there's the first wrench I dropped in my video. First. I'm going to drop many more. I guess I'll take the starter off next. I almost jumped the gun because that starter is going to be hanging right against the flywheel. That's going to cause it to could hang up trying to separate it. Let's take that starter off. It'll take me a minute. Ain't no wires on it. That way, I won't have to worry about that getting in the way. It's been off numerous times already. I've been working on this thing off and on for a while. That's the wrong bolt. Shoot. That's 9/16. There we go. I could use socket wrenches, y'all, but then not speed the video up. Wouldn't be as long. It's a lot easier to pick a wrench up. You can pretty much look at the wrench and tell what size it is. I can. Versus going to the sockets and getting close and looking, trying to read them without my glasses on, my reading glasses. So a wrench it is. I gotta figure out how to use the time lapse feature on YouTube where I can speed things up, make me like this process here taking this long to get the starter off because my big finger's getting in the way and I have to quarter turn it all the way out. And I realize now I should have took the top one off first. That way the bottom will hold the starter up. That makes things a little finger pinching right there. This is the part starter off the parts tractor, so it's actually a better starter than what was on this tractor. Actually, the original starter, it's the right starter with the right type of starter switch, the old pull lever switch. Neighbor's home. We'll get to meet him one day. He's funny. Yeah, I'll bring some special guests on one day, or one video. Let's see, you know what? I have messed right up. Ooh, yes, I have messed up. That's gonna be in the way of getting that starter off. I gotta drop this back down. Luckily, I'm still bolted up. Another wrench for that right here. I don't know why I'm struggling for. Just temporarily get it out of the way to starter. Stay. There we go. There's the starter. Let's put it up here out of the way too. All right. Just jack this back up before I forget. Hurt myself. Because it ain't gonna be perfect. Because it's just gonna be holding the front end. You know, it ain't got much. I gotta find something to put there. Give me a second, y'all. Yeah, I'm back, y'all. I didn't want to make y'all wait. I had to find no block of wood. I went and got no block of wood. Why, I don't know, because I had one right there. Wrong way, Chris. If I had the oil pan on this thing, I wouldn't need this wood at all. It'd be hitting the oil pan, but I didn't take account the height of the tractor without the oil pan. Didn't even think about it. Now it'll apply more pressure on the tractor. What I got with it was basically, I say topped out, not bottomed out. Didn't feel like it would be very safe like that. There we go. All right, where were we? Oh yeah, unbolting stuff. Bolting this bell housing. This stuff's pretty tight. I don't know if it's been off before or not. Well, that probably has because I loosened it a while ago. I'm from a little small town called Barnumtown, and I moved out of that area in '92. Got married, and I had some of the high-tider dialect because I grew up in a commercial fishing family. So when I say a while ago, that means earlier. A while ago, I went outside and got a block of wood. A while ago, I went and took a leak behind the building. A while ago, I went to the house, which actually means a while ago. For some reason, it's became a while ago, which ain't even a word. So you will hear some more of them words from me, I'm sure. I got a lot of them, and they'll come out. Some of my Varnumtown roots come back out. High tider, slacken the line and tide is high. That's the high tider. Oh, there we go. What drop? Where'd that bolt come from? We went. That bolt come from. Oh yeah, that bolt come from the hydraulic block. I left the hanging in the block. Let's get it up and get it wiped off so it won't make a mess and everything it touches. There we go. That was the block bolt for the hydraulic block. All right, where were we? Dropping wrenches. Be a good name for the group, for the. I like No Hope's Garage because my nickname's No Hope. Has been since, I guess, 25, almost 30 years. But dropping wrenches garage ain't bad because I've seen turning wrenches garage. I've seen a lot of names all pertaining to working in a garage for YouTube names. But yeah, I could easily use dropping wrenches garage. I might shock them tires too. I start pulling this thing ahead. I mean, it shouldn't move according to how much tension there is between the splines going into the back of the release bearing, or the pressure plate. I'm sorry. So I'm gonna chock the wheels and start pulling it forward. I don't want it to walk ahead. Another thing I got to keep an eye on, I'll put it back together again to keep the tires aired up right, because they were flat and they're going to leak down in a couple of days, which makes that thing to be, won't line up so easy putting it back. I hate to squat, but I can't get the camera angle and get everybody in. All right. I'm going to chock the wheels now. We're going to start wedging it apart. Just for precaution. Chock the back too, so it won't roll towards the wife's car, but it should be fine. It's going to go forward, not backwards. All right. Let's see what I'm missing. I know I'm missing something. All the bolts are out. Starter's off. Hydraulic lines are unbolted. They will go that way with the front end. Maybe I can get you further out here. Maybe I can get everybody in the picture. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Everything's apart. I don't see no reason why I can't just wedge something. I've already got a cracker. I see it already. Look there. Get a screwdriver. Where's some of my wedges? I really ain't got a wedge. I should have an old chisel somewhere. This chisel here, it's a wood chisel, y'all. Don't laugh at me, but I've had this thing since the beginning of time. And it's always, and I got a small hammer for this job. It's always been everything from chipping wood to scraping gaskets with it. It does it all. I'm gonna try to roll this thing ahead a little bit, being it's already loose. Oh no, take that back, y'all. See? Y'all supposed to tell me when I'm missing something. I forgot to take this steering wheel off. Or unbolt it from here, because this has got to go with the front. Almost missed it. That's a half inch. Almost forgot something. Let me get 2 wrenches or I'll socket one or the other. I'm expecting that to be probably froze. This tractor set outside the majority of its life, I'm thinking. Okay, why is that not working there? That was working, but that's not working. Okay, so now 9/16 on the bottom side. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's kind of apart. I wasn't expecting that to have it come apart, but it did. Don't look the greatest. Oh yeah, it's not feeling great, but you know what? I'll ring that 1/4-20 bolt, or 5/16 bolt, just for fun of it. We'll replace it anyway. Most likely get a new one of these bushings, because they wear. It's got a lot of slop in the wheel. See it? All these cubs do. Got slop in the wheel, slop in the steering. Where's my hammer? My BFH at? Now, there we go. Drop a wrench in the garage, y'all. I like that name. It's got dowels in here, dowel pins. It should, so that's probably gonna hold me up. It's like to me, it's in a bind already. I may have to pick the thing up a little bit. That's what she does. Oh yeah, it's in a bind. Let me pick up one side or the other and try to get some. You see the gap at the bottom, no gap at the top. It's in a bind. Pick it up and help get the bind out of it, maybe. Oh yeah, there we go. I see a crack at the top now. That's what I wanted to see. Crack at the top and no crack at the bottom, which means I'm in a bind at the bottom now. Let's back it off. Try to split the difference. Try that again. I need a better chisel or a better punch or flat chisel. What I got in here? My little box of prizes here. I got a screwdriver. The tips broke off, which means once you break the tip of the screwdriver off, y'all can agree with me here. If y'all ever worked in the garage, worked on your car, worked in the shop, anything, man, you break the tip of a screwdriver off, it becomes what does it become? It's still a tool, but it's no longer a screwdriver. It's actually a wedge, chisel, hammer, pry bar. It does it all just because it's missing the tip. Perfect. Where'd that big old hammer go again? Yeah, I made time lapse this video to get it there we go, y'all. We got some movement now. Do this side. Be careful there, I cracked that housing we're thin right here on that starter end. Uh-oh, try to top here then. So there. We have, that felt great. Where's my pry bar at? Not the one I wanted to use, but it will work. Got a better one somewhere in there. Got a taller one somewhere. Look there. Voila. Now see? Keep forgetting the camera. See? Without this, I would have had a cherry picker hanging here in the way, stepping over the cherry picker over and over again. I would have had to deal with it above my head cherry picker, hit my head on, I'm clumsy. I got all this ready to walk and work. All I got is to step over is that rail, which is easy to step over. And at this point, I should be able to just slide. I hope I can. What's that right here? I don't know. I'm learning as I go. I should be able to slide this thing apart. And it should roll to the front with ease. The steering wheel's hitting, but yeah, with ease. Let me get it past the, get there. Huh. Oh yeah, I gotta turn the wheel back. There we go. Okay, everything, I'm gonna have to hold that up out the way. I'm pretty far back on this motor, so it might be, I don't know, you'd think the block's probably heavier than the front bolster, so I think it'll be fine. Look there. Uh-oh. Let me tighten something down here. Something's moving. I think it's fine. It's just got a little bit of rock. That's travel in the thread, y'all, on the jack. We'll be fine. Yeah. Got a little bit of rock to it, but yeah. All right. Release bearing's not bad. I can keep using that release bearing. It's in good shape. Real good shape. That's good. I ain't got about release bearing now. The clutch in this thing ain't really bad. It's actually pretty good. I'm probably going to reuse the clutch. It's got good, yeah, about 3/16 thick, or a little bit thick. The pressure plate looks good. I'm going to reuse that clutch on the other motor. Now, the magic trick will be, I got to block this up separately and take it apart. I got to take the motor off the front bolster. They call it a bolster. Why? I guess it's a word for it. Bolster, radiator support. The whole front of the tractor basically is held together with that. I got to take that motor off. I'm gonna have to get me something hanging in there. Probably wait and borrow the neighbor's tractor, or something to get the motor out of the way, and basically set this back up again. I'm thinking I can carry this out. No, I better not. What's gonna happen is I gotta block this axle up because they're known to twist on you. They're known to twist on you before I do too much moving, because the front end pivots on, and you'll pivot over that way and fall over. I ain't had it happen yet, but I've heard about it happening. So yeah, I gotta block that up. But yeah, it's a part. I don't know if you'll see the video putting it back together again. This might end this video, so I can get some content out. Might be a part. There's gonna be a part 2 putting it back together again. Might be a part 3 and 4. It's hard to say. But yeah, it's I like it. I can push this thing back and forth through there with ease, y'all. No cherry picker in the way, no chains hanging from the ceiling. So yeah, I think money well spent on the splitting rails. Me and my partner went in together on it, keeping costs down. We both have an abundance of tractors to farm with, to play in the garden with. He just likes to collect them too. He's going to have a garden one day. I have a garden now, so I need one tractor, y'all. I don't need all these tractors, but it's just fun. I enjoy it. It's like a hobby. There's people doing drugs, people drinking. There's people collecting baseball cards, collecting NASCAR memorabilia. There's people who collect guns, collect knives. I guess I collect tractors, and I collect old tractors because they're cheaper than buying, like, expensive guns, I guess you could say. One expensive gun would cost what 2 of these tractors costed me, because I ain't got much in none of these tractors. I buy them off marketplace, hearsay, word of mouth, good cheap tractors that can be made to run. I've only bought one running. The low boy was running but wasn't running right. I bought one running and driving tractor off the trailer, and that was my Super A. And I've showed you pictures of it or videos of it before. And besides a little carburetor tuning, a battery, hooking the alternator wire up, it's been my go-to tractor for my little garden last year. And but these tractors are very much just for content. Probably gonna sell a couple of them. Might keep the ones I like because they're kind of cute, they're cool, easy to work on. If you can work on a brake extractor motor, you can work on one of these. But all right, people, I'm gonna end this video right here. It's probably gonna be the last one for. Well, I'll take that back. It's gonna be the end of part 1. And I'll see y'all next round. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Please like, subscribe, and share. I need some viewers. I need some interaction. I need help, y'all. I want to make this channel work. I don't want my work to be for nothing, because I wouldn't have no reason to do all what I'm doing without YouTube. I don't see me doing this for fun of it. I say, oh yeah, I take that back. I do it for the fun of it, but not so many of them. Most of this is for y'all, so y'all can watch. It's entertainment. In reality, it's entertainment. It entertains y'all, and I get a kick out of it too. Y'all have a good afternoon.